guys, how's everybody doing? Welcome back to the channel. So today we got a range day. It's kind of going to be a throwback. We're going to go shoot a gun that I got after I graduated high school. Got it from my dad. He got it from a collector, but it is a 1942 Mosin Nagant. Now, the Mosin Nagants are I've heard of them more in World War II as a Russian sniper rifle. I don't know, they're kind of bare bones. There's not much to the gun. Most people can identify them because they have a straight bolt. You'll notice whenever we get to the range that the bolt is actually straight. So instead of it being curved and you can load it without it really obstructing your view, you fold the bolt up and it's right in front of your face. But anyway, I got a little bit of information on the Mosin Nagant. So the Mosin Nagant was made by Captain Sergei Mosin along with Leon Nagant. Now this gun was made for the Red Army or Russian Army to go against invading forces that were outfitted with the Winchester repeater. Now the Winchester repeater was a good gun of its time, but the Russian Army didn't have anything to compete against it, so they hit the drawing board and started trying to come up with some ideas. Now, this gun was made, I remember it from World War II, which is the 1940 range. Now, this gun was actually produced in 1891, was the very first one, and then they produced them all the way up to 1965, so they saw a lot of wartime from World War I, some of the small battles in Russia, all the way up to, I think, a big war that I know of was, I think, the Korean and Vietnam War. They were around then too. So throughout 1891 and 1965, they produced roughly 37 million of these guns, and there were 8 different types throughout that period. Now, a lot of the names for these guns coexist with the date. More than likely, you can pick them out once I start saying the names of them. But let's see, I had to write them down. So we have an M91, 1891. You have the M91 Dragoon, which is a little variant of it, has a different sight, and then the Mosins basically held the same sight from the Dragoon on. They have the M07 Carbine, 1907. The M91 30, which from what I've read means that it was the same as the original M91, but it was produced in 1930, so they revamped it. Then there was the M91 30 sniper rifle, and then you had the M38, M44, M59. All of those were carbines, and they did range in caliber throughout that, but for the most part they held a similar one for a majority of the time, which was the 7.62x54R. But they also came in a 7.62x53, a 7.92x57 Mauser, and then an 8x50R. And like I was saying before, this gun saw a lot of action throughout its history, from World War I, World War II, the Korean War, and even Vietnam. So I hope this information helps you guys. Just a little background on the Mosin Nagant. Now we're going to go hit the range and go ahead and shoot mine, which is the 1942 Mosin Nagant. It is stamped, and that one, from the time period that it is stamped, should be the M91 30 sniper rifle. All right, guys, let's hit the range. Well, guys, we're out here at the range. I just put up a target about 100 yards out. So what I was saying too is straight bolt. Most guns, they're angled, so that way whenever you go to reload, it's not in your line of sight. It is a little off to the side, but this one here, most people know these guns just because of this. But all right, let's get to shooting. Throw some lead. Now, along with what I was saying too, is this is a 7.62x54R, and so 7.62, which is a 30 caliber. This is, to me, it's basically a hopped up AK round. This thing's got a lot of power behind it, and they're effective up to 500 yards. If you put an optic on this, which the optics due to this, you have to mount further up here, so it's kind of out of your way, but they're good up to 900 yards with a good optic on it. But as is, we're good for 500 yards. We're going to go ahead and throw some lead at 100. Let's Well guys, that's going to wrap it up here at the range. As always, I hope you guys liked the video. If you did, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Also, drop any comments too if you want to know anything more about the Mosin Nagant that I didn't cover. Maybe there were just some little tidbits you wanted to know about it. But, like I said, if you want to know any more, go ahead and drop some comments. And as always, hit that subscribe button, and I'll catch you guys on the next upload. See you guys.